ارحم وتجاوز عما تعلم إنك أنت الأعز الأكرم. We continue with Surah Al-Qiyamah, ayah number 20. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in ayat number 13 and 14 talking about al-insan. Al-insan is me and you, the human being. How is going to be our situation and human being situation in general in the day of judgment, al-Qiyamah. So Allah in ayah number 14 بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة ولو ألقى معاذيرة. Then came ayah number 15, 16, 17, 18 until 19 talking about to the Prophet ﷺ and his relation with the Quran. لا تحرك به لسانك لتعجل به إن علينا جمعه وقرآنه. And then in ayah number 20 Allah go to continue to describe the people of the hellfire. May Allah protect us. How is going to be their situation in this great day, the day of the Qiyamah, resurrection. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى كلا بل تحبون العاجلة. Allah is talking about the people of the hellfire, and He said, كلا بل تحبون العاجلة. One of the characteristics of the people of the hellfire هو حب العاجلة. What's حب? Love. Al-Ajila is one of the names of the dunya. The Akhirah has names, one of them Al-Qiyamah. The Ajila, the dunya, has many names. One of them Al-Ajila. And this name used a lot when we talk about the diseases of the hearts. One of the diseases of the heart is حب العاجلة, means حب الدنيا, the love of the dunya. Why the name of it Al-Ajila? The roots of the verb, it's from ajala, from something that it's come fast. We have a rule, Al-Ajala min al-shaytan. The hastening and thing that come fast first and passed fast. So two things. Al-Ajala is the dunya because dunya come before akhirah. And the second concept of it, that doesn't stay long. In Arabic we say somebody mustajil, means somebody in hurry. And if you go to the Arab country, you say قسم الاستعجالي. Istijali is the emergency room. So if the case that it's need quick fix or quick help, we call them al-istijali. So this dunya is like this. It's something that's fast and something that doesn't stay long. This is the meaning of it. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has beautiful hadith describe how the dunya is al-ajila. He said the example of this dunya as somebody travelers. In the middle of the day, he saw a tree. It has a shade. He decided to stay a little bit to have pause, to rest. He said he paused under this tree and then continue his travel. He said this pause, this is the dunya. So the short, fast, and come first before another thing that it's not ajila, it's not in a hurry, but is going to stay khalida. So the Khalid al-Khulud is for the Akhirah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking here, one of the characteristic of the people of the hellfire, يُحِبُّونَ الْعَاجِلَةِ. Rasul, they love the ajila. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam described this in another hadith. He said, حُبُّ الدُّنْيَا رَأْسُ كُلِّ خَطِيئَةٍ. The love of the dunya is the reason of every sin. And look to the whole sins. You see, the reason for it is the hubb of the dunya. So what to do? The characteristic of the believer is we have to hate the dunya. No, we don't hate the dunya. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ from this dunya. Don't forget the dunya. So we're not talking about somebody go to the mountain and stay there worshiping until he died or she died. This is not the meaning. The meaning when we talk about hubb, love, I mean the dunya is the most important things in our mind. The dunya comes first. Means we love the dunya. If somebody loves the dunya more than anything, more love the dunya before more the salat, love the dunya before any good deed. So the problem is the dosage. Dosage is, and the priority. Two things. The amount of dunya and the priority of the love of the dunya. If I love this dunya al-ajila more than anything, I'm in very big trouble. If I love the dunya more than anything, this is the mistake number one. If I love the dunya more than it needs, this could be a reason for that. And the Sahaba, they are aware about it. Even though they believe in Allah and Allah come first and the deen come first, but for some of them, they take much of the dunya. They say it's not haram. Some of the Sahaba, they are very, very rich people. They have a lot of dunya. But they have fear that the dunya is going to take over. So two things for it. Number one, put the dunya as much as you can, but put it in your hand, not in your heart. Because if the dunya in my hand, I can throw it when it's a sea, it's become problem. When the dunya in my heart, I cannot take it out. It's not easy to take it out. Because the dunya will be controlling my heart. This is why the great Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu is a young man. Story we repeated many times. So Usama ibn Zayd and Zayd ibn قالوا لحم اشتهيته فاشتريته. Big part of meat, more than he can eat or handle. This is because to lead to what? To tabdhir, israf, wasting, is from the brotherhood of shaitan. You get something that more than you need. He said, what's this? Big amount of meat. He said, لحم اشتهيته فاشتريته. Meat, I love it, I bought it. So he answered him, أكل ما تشتهيه تشتريه يا جابر. So Jabir, he said, everything that, Umar ibn Khattab, everything that you like it, you buy it, because you have money. So this is another thing. So it's not sin, only if you waste, of course. But taking more from the dunya can lead, the nafs will be adapted to the love of the dunya. Especially when become competition. They bought a bigger house, we have to buy a bigger house. More expensive cars, we have to buy expensive cars. So it's not haram technically to have the dunya, only if you waste it, but can lead, our heart will be attached to the dunya. And you start, this will become the motivation and become this. So why hubb al-ajila is very dangerous. The great Junaid, this is Imam of the Haram. So he said two things you have to be careful in this dunya. حب العاجلة وحب الرئاسة. رئاسة, leadership. Combine. Sometimes we talk about a lot about dunya and we don't talk about حب الرئاسة. You want to be a leader. He says these two things can take you to Jahannam. May Allah protect us. So the first thing is حب العاجلة. Everything in dunya. You see what your neighbor have, I want to get this. And they want it, if it's become, this is what's in here in the heart, it's how I'm going to take more and more of the dunya. Then we can have a problem there, because the Rasul ﷺ said, the first hadith that I mentioned, can lead to a lot of dangers. So this is why we have concept, we call it zuhd for dunya. If I have a car that it's working very well and has no problem, why I have to change my car every few years? Why I have to change my phone every single year? I was talking with a guy in counseling a few days ago. And they say this is a problem. His problem between him and his wife, that she want to get everything new, have to be upgrade her phone. And this can be with men, by the way. It's not. Everything, they have to be the last things. Why? Because you want to look to the people, oh, you have iPhone 13. 13 or 14 now? Not so far. Okay, I don't know that. So, if this is to please the other people, from psychological perspective, this is a sign of weakness and a lot of confidence. That you get your confidence in yourself by the material things that you get. Because people, as we mentioned yesterday in the khutbah, because the people look at you as a phone, as a ring, as a car, as a house. If this is make you happy, you have to go clean yourself. You have to go and take care of yourself. If this is pleasing the other people, is the one that make you satisfied, go check your faith and go check yourself, because you don't have enough confidence in yourself. If the outside people and their look to you, this is how give you confidence and strength. And many people, by the way, this is their problems. When you look when you care about what the people going to say about your car or your house or your shoes or your, then we have a very serious problem. Your priority is the dunya. It's not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and pleasing Him. And my confidence doesn't come from my relation with Allah. What's going to make Allah pleased with me? I don't care of the people. If the people really, this is my bawsala in Arabic, the compass for me, is how the people like me. So the direction that I go, how many likes in Facebook. We talked yesterday about this. So this is very serious problem. And some of the imams and khatibs, and this is there, how many people like you. How many people are pleased or impressed about you. This is why until now I don't understand why I have very good car, working, you can't trust it, and you go and you get something bigger. I don't know, but this is my deep really feeling, that because this is a very dangerous path. If we start, and we live in the most dangerous time, because everything it's about the picture. You come to your phone and commercial. And the dangerous things when we pass this to our children. If they start wriggling their mind, fixing their mind, according to the other people who think about it, they are in very big trouble. Something happened this Eid. We went with the kids traveling in Nashville. And so we get here from here, but small, I thought for the kids, balloons, like 50 balloons, did very nice coloring. It was in sale, and I got to buy it for them. So you take the balloon and you make a big arc with the balloon. It was in sale. It was very nice, a lot of balloons. So I came idea, I told them, what do you think? We go to the masjid for Eid party. We don't know anybody there. And we start giving the kids the balloon. So the small one, Anis, he says, Baba, I like this balloon. It's purple and, very nice. I thought, no problem, you get one, keep one for you and keep the others. So we went there, and the kids, they came around them, and they started giving the balloons. And he came, I was watching them. And they came, all the balloons, they gone. I told him, where is your balloon? He said, the kids like it. They like it, and they give it to them. I turned and I said, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. If this is my attach with the dunya or the balloon, it's not everything. There is something more important that I'm going to make this child, this kids happy. So this is a sign, and we have to be very careful when our sons say, I need the new iPhone, the new car, and this is, by the way, is not for the kids. There is adult acting exactly like the kids. I want this, and this is the attach of the dunya. And how to free ourselves from the dunya? Number one, it's to reset our concept of dunya. how to be satisfied with yourself. If we don't, this is why there is a saying very powerful. He said, the moment that when you start, the reaction of the people doesn't matter for you, then you start your freedom. And that's why the Sahaba, somebody like Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, he doesn't care about people. جئت وحدك وتموت وحدك وستبعث وحدك. Sometimes being by yourself is a good sign. Why? Because if the culture become culture of dunya, and a lot of people, they talk about this. I saw, like, we don't want to be like this religious leader from the other nations. Other religious leaders, they have, like, this guy, you know him, very famous religious leader, supposed to tell the people, prepare for the akhirah. And they get him a small airplane, private airplane. So I heard he make an announcement. He went to buy a bigger $1.5 million airplane. He told them, look, if you want the voice of God, go farther, we have to get this airplane. You know, the talking, the preaching. If you want to, with this guy, one journalist, go to his home. A facet made of gold. Facet made of gold. We have some tried to copy them, as the Rasul said. Talked to somebody, he said, I always go in first class. Imams, costing this ticket, it's like $4,000. No, I don't go first. It's like a regular class. I have to go first class. So the dangers of it, when the people فَاسْتَخَفَّ قَوْمَهُ فَأَطَاعُوا, when the people allowed this to happen, of course they deserve it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in ayah number 20, كَلَّا بَلْ تُحِبُّونَ الْعَاجِلَةِ. So always keep in our mind, حُبُّ الْعَاجِلَةِ is the source of every sin and dangers. And you can see it in the kids, and you can see it in the adults. Very easy to see it. For the people who is not involved in this competition of the dunya, very clear to see it. For me, somebody buy a car of more than 100,000 or 90,000. Like the body went one time to this no-profit organization helping the poor and the needy. The car there is I don't know the prices, but somebody tell me $97,000 car. In the front of the house of helping al-fuqara wal-masakin. For me, it has a very serious problem. I don't have any problem if you own. But when you said, I'm helping the needy and the poor, and you have a car that it's $97,000, I think, in my opinion, you have a problem. But Rasulullah, they brought him orange, almond juice. Almond juice, nobody of the Sahaba, they know. They brought it from the north. He looked to that, it's halal, it's gift. But the Rasulullah said, I don't drink it. Number one, if you have for everything of my companion, I will give it to you. I will give them. Give everybody. No, this is special for you. Rasulullah, almond juice. Something very, at that time, I'm saying at the time is nobody. It's very expensive, and it's not, nobody can drink it. Rasulullah hadith, correct hadith. هذا شراب المترفين. This is the drink of the mutrafin. Mutrafin are the people, very rich people, who all their the work is for the best of the dunya. And the best of the dunya. Rasulullah rejected. Hadith sahih. And you don't hear this talking about it. If provided for Rasulullah, so why he said no, هذا شراب المترفين? There is reason for the Prophet to say that. So the first one, he said, كلا بل تحبون العجل. There's a lot of things talk. It's a real talk. It's not for the people. We have to watch ourselves. Doesn't again means if I see my nafs start going to this al-ajila and they put the dunya as the most important, then I start feeling that I have a very serious problem. This is the first characteristic of that. قال وتذرون الآخرة. Yadhar means to left the akhirah, ignore the akhirah. Everything is about al-ajila. It's about al-ajila. And this is called, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about the other side. The people who, they don't love al-ajila, dunya, and the people who care about the akhirah, they have two things. وُجُوهٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ نَاظِرَةٌ. This wujuh of the believers who free themselves of the love of the dunya, and they put the dunya in their hands, not in their hearts. The first things to be seen in the akhirah, their faces are glowing with nur. Nadira, bad is not dha. It means glowing and has nur of it. Because there is people look for the light of the dunya. How the people look at me. But in the akhirah, the believers, the people who control the ajila, they're going to be their faces, the nur coming, brightening. See, in another. So Allah, the first characteristic, they have the nur. As Allah described the nur of the believer in the akhirah. And the second blessing or gift that Allah give it to them, according to the hadith, the greatest joy ever. إِلَى رَبِّهَا نَاظِرَةٌ. So be two things. نَاظِرَةٌ and نَاظِرَةٌ. نَاظِرَةٌ means munawwara, has nur in it. And nadira means looking, and nadira had another meaning. So the first meaning, that one of the greatest na'im of the akhirah, it's to look to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And look at Allah is not like we look to things right now. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, one of the greatest na'im of the Jannah is the another ila wajhi al-kareem. And some of the Sahaba, hadith al-Rasul said, it's like al-Badr. Did you see the moon in the 14th, night of 14th? Do you have any? It's very clear, very, everybody can see it in the same times. He said, I swear by Allah that you're going to see your Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as you see the Badr without comparing, of course, in the night of the 14th. قال إلى ربها ناظرة. And the second meaning of it, ناظرة, you look to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to see what's the next reward is going to come to you from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's like waiting for a blessing of Allah. May Allah make us among them. And this is the greatest blessings. So Allah described, there is people, and this is why we have to put them together. Al-ajila, hubb al-ajila, wa forget about the akhirah. And the other side, the opposite of it, that you free ourselves from the dunya, and we remember always the akhirah, what we're going to do for the hereafter. These will lead to these two great rewards. لربها قال وجوه يومئذ ناظرة لربها ناظرة. This is and the other, the opposite quickly, وجوه يومئذ باسرة. وجوه, faces, is going to be another faces, باسرة. باسرة is the opposite of ناظرة. Pale, has nur in it, darkness, and this is the meaning of باسرة. تظن أن يفعل بها فاقرة. In fear that something big and bad is going to happen to them. And there is nothing bigger and worse than Jahannam والعياذ بالله. So faqira, it's come from the al-faqarat. You know, in the back of the back, the amud al-faqri, what do you call them? The spine and made of what? Of the, what do you call them? Yeah, exactly. So the Arab, they said, if something bad happened, break somebody's back. We call it something the worst, because you cannot move the person if something happened. So here they use it, تظن أن يفعل بها فاقرة, means they are in fear of, after they saw everything, they're going to be in the worst situation. So between people who are happy and light glowing from their faces, looking to their Lord, waiting for the good, more good to come, and the other group, darkness in their faces, and they are in fear of the punishment. This is the two groups that Allah described. May Allah make us among the first group. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the people that have the nur of Allah in the day of judgment. May Allah make us among the people who look to Allah, to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to expect more good from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the akhirah. May Allah protect us from hubb dunya. May Allah protect us from the ghaflah, to be among the people who doesn't think about the akhirah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us. اللهم ارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم اجعل حبك وحب نبيك أكثر الأشياء محبة في صدورنا. اللهم اجعل حبك وحب نبيك أحب الأشياء إلينا يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم احفظنا بحفظك، اللهم استرنا بسترك، اللهم كن معنا ولا تكن علينا، وانصرنا ولا تنصر علينا، وانصرنا على من بغى علينا. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام، تباركت وتعاليت يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا منه سالما معصوما. اللهم لا تجعل معنا ولا بيننا شقيا ولا مطرودا ولا محروما. اللهم لا تجعل معنا ولا بيننا شقيا ولا مطرودا ولا محروما. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معاصيك، ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك، ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا. ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا أبدا ما أحييتنا، واجعلها الوارث منا، واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا، وانصرنا على من عادانا. اللهم ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا. اللهم لا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا. اللهم لا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا، ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا. آمين آمين. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. جزاكم الله خيرا والسلام عليكم.